There's a sturdy gate here, no way to get past.
Monokuma appears!
It's the end of the line. The trash room, this is where all the trash in the school eventually winds up.
How'd you get this gate open?
No, you can't go any further!
No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in.
Cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further!
No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in.
Who's on cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further!
No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in.
This is stupid. That'd be faster if I just go around and ask the other. He's acting like an NPC character in an RPG game.
No, you can't go any further!
No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in.
Cleaning duty has been added to the True Bullet section of your handbook. There's a sturdy gate.
Monokuma appears!
No,
you can't go any further! No, you...
I didn't want that. Okay. Leave the area. So I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check the dining hall and the kitchen. Aoi is already in the dining hall. Okay, what's up? Ina, are you investigating the dining hall?
Oh no, I'm just taking a break. Actually, I've been taking a break since we started. This is all the first for me, you know? I don't have the first clue what I should be doing.
I know what you mean.
And I don't know why, but being in the dining hall helps me keep calm. So I know I shouldn't, but I've just been kinda hanging around here. To tell the truth, I was doing the same thing last night when Sayaka was killed.
Okay, I'm entering the kitchen. And lo and behold, one of the kitchen knives is missing. The second biggest knife. Here, well. There are all kinds of kitchen knives here, big to small, but it looks like one of them is missing. What is missing from... Was it missing from the very beginning? Or... I better see if anyone near us knows more about it. Kitchen knife set has been added to the True Bullet section of your handbook. Okay. Hey, so did you notice that one of the kitchen knives is missing from the dining hall?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, weird, huh? I thought it was kind of strange, a knife just suddenly disappearing like that.
Oh, so it wasn't missing from the beginning?
That's right.
Nope, last I remember they were all lined up in a nice neat row.
So when did you notice one of them has disappeared?
Well,
I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night and all the knives were still here. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone.
So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall?
Yeah.
In other words, you were right there in the dining hall when someone came and took it. Then you should be able to say for sure, you can tell anyone I didn't come to the dining hall last night, which proves I didn't take it. Aoi's account has been added to the True Bullet section of your handbook.
Hey, by the way, did you really kill Sayaka?
What? Of course not. I would never. Hina, do you really think I murdered her?
Well, she was killed in your room, right? So, I mean, you guys were supposed to be friends, right? But you still killed her. On the other hand, two people becoming good friends, then one killing the other is a classic drama setup. So when you consider everything together,
Aw.
you honestly have no idea.
I'm gonna check the clock. I wonder if there's a time limit on the investigation. Well, doesn't matter. Either way, I need to move as fast as I can. Leave the area? Yeah. Okay. Well, where else? I'm gonna talk to Ifumi again, see what it's looking for. I'm looking for whoever's on cleaning duty.
Cleaning duty? As a matter of fact, that's me. Why'd you ask? It just so happened Monokuma talked to me yesterday and asked me to take care of it. Without someone on cleaning duty, the school will be flooded with trash in no time. So I formally applied for the position. I was gonna start this morning, but after what have happened, I haven't had a chance to get started.
And since you're on cleaning duty, you can open the gate in front of the trash room.
Here we go!
Of course! It's my job to gather up all the garbage and toss it in the trash room. And to do that, they gave me the key for the trash room gate. But we're supposed to rotate once a week, so eventually, you'll be in charge.
Very strange.
Wait, hold on. You need a key to get in the trash room, and only the person on cleaning duty has access to the key. What's the point of going through all the trouble? Why not just leave the trash room open all the time so we can go, so we can all throw things out whenever we want? That does seem more convenient.
So in other words,
Actually, anyone who kills a fellow student and becomes blackened will graduate unless they're discovered.
so that's it.
That must be why. If anyone could go in and out of the trash room whenever they wanted, then destroy evidence would be easy. The thrill would disappear and things would become more boring. Boring?
Hey, listen.
Anyway, more important than that.
Hey, you bastard.
Hey, Fatty, why do you want the cleaning duty gig anyway?
Oh.
I just decided to volunteer for something I knew no one else would want to do. What's the big deal?
You.
Liar! I know why you did it.
Is it?
You want to dig through all the girls' trash, looking for, and poking around it.
There's no way to think about this in a common sense kind of way.
What are you talking about? Oh, my love is for 2D.
You know what I mean.
But there's all kind of trash diggers like that. Maybe you get tired of 2D and then turn to...
Completely unforgivable!
I would never get tired of 2D. After spending a significant amount of time comparing 2D and 3D, I voluntarily chose 2D. The only thing 3D is good for is to shower love and affection on 2D. Oh, and PVC figures.
Give me a break.
How are you not totally embarrassed to say stuff like that? If you're so worried about Ifumi's questionable morality, there's a very easy solution. Whenever a guy has cleaning duty, Sakura can accompany them from picking up the trash to disposing of it.
What?
What?
If you're as innocent as you claim, where's the harm in it?
That's not how it's supposed to...
Anyway, on another topic, Ifumi, since you were on cleaning duty, I have a favor to ask you.
What? So now you suddenly want to join my party? Sorry, but you haven't triggered that flag yet. I mean, you haven't helped me recover from a past trauma or save a village or beat a boss.
No, nothing like that. I was just hoping to get into the trash room and look around.
You got it!
Oh, okay.
So easy. So Ifumi and I headed down to the trash room.
You'd like me to open the gate, wouldn't you? You know, when I look at it, it makes me think. They said he killed his wife. He learned how to get by on the inside, but he never stopped dreaming. Get busy living or get busy dying, he said. So him and Rita, they found themselves a way out.
Whatever, just hurry up, please.
Da-da-da-da-da!
Okie dokie, leave it to me.
Fumi pulled the key out of his pocket and used it to flip the switch next to the gate. And then...
Mr. Naegi!
However, Mr. Naegi,
Without a doubt.
surely you aren't planning to use the trash room to destroy evidence, are you? You fiend! You planned this all along!
No! I just wanted to see if the actual killer had tried to destroy the evidence or not.
But the actual killer is you, isn't it? You want to see if you left anything behind. Wait, maybe a parallel world?
Whatever, let's just hurry up and keep looking. Okay, so what do we have here? We see... there are shards of broken glass scattered around in front of the incinerator. Looks like it used to be some kind of glass doll, just about big enough to fit in the palm of your hand.
Is this perhaps...
Yeah, is that...
Do you know what this is?
They say if you collect all 7, a dragon will appear and grant you a single wish.
Yeah, the crystal ball.
Kidding aside, that it's the kind of thing you might see on any big city street corner. Gaze into it and it will show you a glimpse of the future. Just like that Mina girl who was on that quest to find that one guy.
Yeah, I get what you're trying to say, but who did this particular ball belong to? There's only one person it could be. They should all still be in the gym. I better go find out for sure. Shattered crystal ball. It has been added to the true bullet section of your handbook. Okay. There's a switch, a green button, and a yellow button. There's no doubt they're related to the big mechanism. This is the incinerator. It's way in the back part of the trash room. It's a good 30 feet from here to the gate. Ah! And it's on right now!
Do you see the green and yellow button next to the mouth of the incinerator?
Yes, indeed.
It's a pretty simple setup. You press the green button to get it going, and the yellow button to turn it off. Sooner or later, you'll be on cleaning duty, so make sure you learn this before you leave, okay? Someone turned the incinerator on! Very strange, I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here.
Was it a fairy?
Perhaps it was the work of a fairy?
Fumi, do you realize what you just said?
The fairy?
No! You said last time you were here the incinerator was off.
Yes. About that there can be no mistake. If I got just one thing going for me, it's my memory.
I feel as if...
Yesterday, as soon as I was appointed, I came down to check the place out. It definitely wasn't on then. I haven't been back to the trash room since then. And since I'm the only one who has the key to open the gate,
Most suspicious.
it should be impossible for the incinerator to be on. And yet,
So that means someone was able to switch on the incinerator without opening the gate. But how is that possible? Incinerator has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. I see something on the floor. There's something on the ground in front of the incinerator. It looks like a burned piece of something. Like a sleeve.
a burnt piece, like a hunk of burning love. ...
Anyway, this looks like a piece of cloth, and the shape, it's part of the sleeve from a button-up shirt. And now that I look at it, that's definitely blood on the cuff, which means This is all that's left of some of the evidence the killer destroyed. But there are lots of people here with white button-up shirts. This isn't enough by itself to figure out who the killer is. Burnt shirt piece has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
This whole thing is quite strange indeed. When I was here last, the incinerator was off. And when those glass shards and burnt clothes weren't.
Completely unforgivable!
What does it all mean, Mr. Nagy? Will you be confessing soon?
Why me?
That's it! I'm sure of it!
Everyone already knows you did it. All the mysteries are being solved one by one.
It sounds like he's living out of one of his comic books fantasies. Oh, there's something else. That's a huge trash can. Is that where we're supposed to put whatever trash we can't burn? Dot, dot, dot. Well, whatever it's for, it doesn't look like it's hiding any clues. I got a coin! Okay, I think I'm done here. I'm gonna go back to the gym, because I think I know who this crystal ball belongs to. It can only be one person, and it's one person who used this crystal ball frequently, as in part of his profession. And I mean... Oh, hi, Ataka! How's it doing?
Listen to me!
No, it's not Taka I'm talking about. Do you have a second, Makoto? I've uncovered something most unusual. The door to everyone's dorm has a nameplate on it. Show whose room is it, right?
You hear me?
Well, it just so happens. Wait, no. You might be the killer yourself. I can't tell you anything.
Got it!
Forget everything I just said. Forget beam. Sorry, just a little joke. Even I do joke sometime. Ha 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 ha. Dot dot dot. I'm going to the gym. Nobody's in the trophy hall. I'm going to the gym. He's still here. Alright. Yasuhiro, the ultimate clairvoyant. Hey, Hero, can I ask you something? No. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here now. I've had enough. Gotta break free. Hero, snap out of it. Makoto? What are you doing here? What? Hey, does this look familiar? That's my crystal ball! But it's all smashed! What the hell?
What the heck?
I only bought it because the guy said it was blessed. He said it was unbreakable. So how did it break?
What?
Was it actually just made of glass and not crystal? Did that guy totally dupe me? He said it belongs to the pillar of history, Genghis Khan, George Washington, Napoleon. He said whoever controlled that crystal ball controlled the world. Was that seriously all BS? Let's put that aside for now. So you can say without a doubt that this belonged to you? Yeah, that's mine for sure. I probably forgot it in the laundry room last night. Someone must have come by and snatched it. You left it in the laundry room? That means anyone could have found it and taken it. Shattered crystal ball has been updated in the truth bullet section of your handbook. Thanks, Hero. That's all I wanted to know. Sure. And by the way, I'm almost afraid to ask, but how much did you pay for that thing? Everything I saved up from fortune telling for 2 full years came out to be like $1 million. $1 million?
That's pretty cheap, actually. I mean, consider it gives you the power to control the world.
That's just too stupid. I can't even feel bad for him. Hey, Chihiro, I was hoping I could ask you something.
Huh?
Oh? What is it?
Before she died, Sayaka left a message. She wrote out the number 11037. Do you have any idea what these numbers might mean? Like, could it be a code or something? Sorry, no. Chihiro slowly shook her head.
I'm sorry.
I just don't know. Okay, well, don't worry about it. Thanks anyway for trying. Even she doesn't know. Or could she maybe know more than she's letting on? ... Hello, hello. No, it couldn't be. Alright, what else we haven't done? Need to check everything. Is there someone I didn't talk to? Oh, there's Celeste. So, do you have any clues or anything? What kind of clues? Let us just agree we do not know who the culprit is and leave it at that. Whatever secrets I may have, I don't intend on revealing on anything until the class trials. Okay then, do you have any suggestions for where I should start looking?
Well...
So annoying. Must you fumble around fishing blindly for clues? I suppose it wouldn't hurt to give you a little hint. The scene of the crime, naturally, but I think the trash room is also worth looking to. The trash room? It is the perfect place to destroy evidence. However, there's one little problem, which is...
As for me...
That place is filthy. I would rather die than set foot in there. I am trusting all of you to conduct a thorough investigation on my behalf. That's... Okay. A surveillance camera. And there's what I can only assume is a gun attached to it. I better not get too close. Okay. Here's the door. The entrance is being blocked by a huge slab of metal. Okay. That's it! The monitor Monokuma always shows up on. There's gotta be a clue here. Or not. I better get back to the investigation. Oh yeah, the AV room. I should be able to use this to see what's on the DVD. The DVD that Sayaka threw in the garbage. I sat down in front of the screen and put the DVD in the player. I pushed play, and then the screen was dark for a few seconds, but then some static, and then we see a picture of the pop idol band. There are 5 of them, and Sayaka is in the middle. An image slowly appeared. It looks like some kind of concert. And standing on stage, front and center, was a face I recognized all too well. Sayaka. She was there, along with her friends she said had been so important to her. She was positively glowing there in front of the crowd, so full of life. Seeing that image made it even harder to accept that she was dead. My vision started to blur and darken, and then that voice I'd come to despise so much began to float out of the speaker.
Sayaka Maizono, the ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world-famous all-girl pop band. For these girls, the glowing spotlight only made them that much more beautiful. But then...
And then the image changed. Suddenly the screen went dark. And in the next moment, I saw something I could hardly believe. What the... I see the stage is now bathing in a blood red light. Not the blood that they use on Danganronpa, but like really the shade of blood, our blood. And all four girls are laying down on the ground. We see no sign of hurt, no sign of them being killed, but like they're not feeling well. Not at all. Sayaka has disappeared from the stage, which was now in ruins. But what I noticed even more than that was the figure of the other girls who had all simply collapsed.
This ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart. None of them will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight. For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to. So here's the billion-dollar question. What, oh what, could have caused the group to go to pieces?
And then the screen turns all red. Look out for the answer after graduation. Without warning, the video cut off. What the hell? That wasn't real, right? There's a super famous pop group. Everyone knows who they are. Is he trying to say he was even able to get to them? If that really did happen, everyone in the outside world must be going crazy. What kind of person would take things this far? Oh.
I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started, It's time for the long-awaited class trial! Now then, allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings. Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
The red door on the first floor. That's where I should go. No. Where I have to go. I'm teleported back in front of the first of the red door. I opening them, and then there's an elevator shaft, and everyone is here. You're late, Makoto. We all been waiting for you.
I bet you were afraid you would be discovered and as the murder you are.
Listen to me!
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial. There, we can all reveal the details of Makoto's crime. So they really are convinced I did it, but I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know that all too well. But then, who is the killer? The one who murdered Sayaka? Is it really one of us?
Is everyone here? Okay then. Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
Okay, so everyone's gathered across the door. I'm gonna check them one last time if they have anything else to say.
What? What?
So whoever stuck us here even took the time to set up a goddamn courtroom, huh? Hero.
Impossible.
Damn, we really gotta go through this with this class trial thing, huh?
know?
If you wanna confess, I guess now's the time to do it.
I'm telling you, I didn't do it. Sakura.
Hey,
There's no point in standing around here. Settle the resolve and step into the future.
Yoko. Let's get started. Shiro.
I'm sorry.
In the end, I wasn't able to do any looking around or anything. Is this really how Sayaka would want us to find out who killed her? Aoi?
What the heck?
I can't help but wonder what whoever killed Sayaka is feeling right now.
Toko? Being so insistent, even though you obviously killed her. Very impressive. Celeste? Well, did you find anything that might actually prove your innocence? Leon?
You know what I mean.
Well, I did my job. I'm counting on the rest of you from here on out.
Ifumi?
So, the school basement has become the darkened stage. We're all here to bear witness to Mr. Meiji's final curtain call.
Byakuya? Well then, the time has finally come. Are you ready? Taka.
Got it!
Relax! I haven't decided 100% that you're the culprit just yet. Maybe, but you're obviously leaning that way. I'm gonna get into the elevator. I guess I have no choice but to get on this elevator.
Well then.
Let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Good idea.
Hey,
Are you scared? No, scared isn't quite right.
Makoto.
I've said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mystery surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. I need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. In Sayaka's honor, I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. As I raise my voice to try and give myself courage, I turn trembling with anticipation towards the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator when I finally stepped on. The door closed and the elevator started to move. We're going slowly down. There's room for a lot of people. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8 feet by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe 7 feet. Maybe more. Oh, wait. Those tiles aren't 1 feet. It's like almost 3. Like 8 yards. 8 yards by 6. 6 yards. The steel box descended with heavy clunking sound towards the school basement. I wondered if this is how a death row inmates feel when this time finally comes.
Oh,
Rather than that, is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment? Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. Alright. So now we have a classroom. Everything has regal colors. We have regal blue wallpaper all around with nice looking velvet sheets on things that looks like doors, like large doors. We don't know where they go because in the center there's a round table with stands for all 15 of us. There's a throne standing on one end of the circle, and that's probably where Murakuma's gonna be standing in. He's not actually part of the circle, but you can see he has a nice view of everyone. And yeah, there's like pillars of regal gold coming from all the direction of the room that goes straight up. And I don't see a roof on this room. It looks very, very big, and the floor is checkered. black and white with some carpet on some end that leads to where the red sheets are. Like there's doors, like there's many doors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There seems to be like 6 different paths, but we don't know where they go, and it's not important right now because like this is the central room.
What do you think? Doesn't it feel just like a real courtroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right?
Shit.
Not even close. It's total shit.
Well now.
Okay, everyone find your assigned seats and sit down.
Yahoo!
Hurry up now, hurry up!
We did what he said and found our seats. Now we have a nice view of everyone. The seats were arranged in a giant circle, and there's seats even for the deceased in case, because this room was prepared in case whoever died. So there was a seat for Sayaka and a seat for Junko, but since they're both dead, there's a standing picture of them, like a funeral pictures of their head, standing at the height of where they would be respectively. So each of these paintings had a red X marked on their face. The picture is black and white, and these stand-ins show that okay, these represent the deceased. So yeah, when you die, you get the picture and you get a cross on your face. It was set up so that everyone could see everyone else. I can tell you the arrangement of the seats, starting from Makoto. On his left is Sayaka, then it's Taka, then it's Junko, Sakura, Kirigiri, Mondo, Aoi, and then Hiro, Chihiro, Byakuya, Celeste, Leon, Toko, and Ifumi. And back to Makoto. Which also meant it'd be easy for anyone to transfer their tension and unease onto anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. And so the curtain on our first case opened. A deadly judgment. A deadly deception. A deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate, a deadly class trial. Do you want to save the data? Yes. Pre-trial prep. Oh yeah. Alright, I guess we finished with the pre-trial prep. Okay. This is the pre-trial prep. So what's this class trial that Monokuma mentioned? Can Makoto sweep away the cloud of suspicion surrounding him, even with a dead body lying in his bathroom? And what about the blackened who's actually responsible for Sayaka's death? Yeah, this is like scrolling down. That's why I was talking slowly, because this text was scrolling down. So this is where we can open the ebook to refresh on the truth bullets we found. So it's gonna be easier to get our defense, because it's pretty much important, like an advantage to know what we're gonna do before setting our foot in the class trial. If you have like a strategy, like preparing your ideas, like if you already have a theory, like built it up and said no, that way is gonna be quicker, because this is gonna require time, because there's truth bullets. We're gonna see them in a minute. We're gonna set our skills. Right now we have 11 SP or skill point, we can put... I got Melodious Voice. Increase damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Effective during bullet time. Cost 3 SP. I'm gonna equip that. What else do I... That's all I got. Can I... No, I cannot. In this game... Yeah, in this game I don't have much to work with, but it's okay. I'm gonna open the e-book, the e-handbook. I'm gonna check the true bullets. True bullets. Review evidence and witness account you've made a record of. So, we have the Monokuma file. The victim was Sayaka Maizono. The time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. The body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. The death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen, and her right wrist appears to be fractured. Next, we have evidence of a struggle. There are a number of scratches and gouges on the bed and walls in Makoto's room. This is a replica sword. Makoto took this from the gym entryway and put it in his room. The sword was found out of his sheath on the floor in the middle of the room. The sword handle was missing some of the gold coating, as was part of the blade. Replica sword sheath. Makoto took this from the gym entryway and put it in his room. The sheath was found some distance from the sword itself, and it shows evidence of being scratched with a sharp object. Switching rooms. On the night of the murder, Makoto and Sayaka traded rooms and room keys. When the victim was discovered, Makoto's room keys were also found in Makoto's room. Sayaka originally asked Makoto to switch with her when someone attempted to force their way into her room, and she became frightened. Toolkit. This has been placed in Makoto's room before he arrived. It remained unopened, and there is no evidence of it ever been used. All the other male students claim they haven't used theirs either, but still... Makoto's room's cleanliness. Not a single hair was found on the floor at the scene of the crime. In addition, the lint roller shows evidence of being used. Sayaka's wrist. Sayaka's right wrist had been fractured, and her wrist was glittery at the injury's location. In addition, her hands appear to be completely clean except for the index finger on her left hand, which has some blood on it. Dying message. A series of numbers has been written in blood on Makoto's bathroom wall. 11037. It is assumed that Sayaka wrote these numbers while leaned up against the wall as she lay dying. Bathroom door frame. Makoto's bathroom was difficult to open due to its not quite fitting in the door frame properly. The only two people who knew the trick to open it were Makoto, the room's owner, and Sayaka, the victim. Bathroom doorknob. Makoto's bathroom doorknob has been broken. The screws holding it in place had all been partially or completely removed. Dorm nameplates. The nameplates on the door to Sayaka and Makoto's room were apparently switched at some point. Kitchen knife set. The kitchen in the dining hall has a set of kitchen knives. Apparently, one of the knives has gone missing. Aoi's account. The knife from the kitchen went missing while Aoi was in the dining hall. Aoi swears that Makoto did not come to the dining hall at any point while she was there. Trash duty. There's apparently a trash room within the school. It's blocked off by a sturdy gate that can only be opened with the trash room key. Incinerator. The incinerator can be activated via a switch on the machine. Ifumi was on cleaning duty, as he claimed that the last time he saw the incinerator, it was off. However, when Makoto checked it after the incident, the incinerator was in fact on. The distance from the gate to the incinerator is roughly 30 feet. Burned shirt. I was about to say shit. Burned shirt piece. A piece of burned clothing was found next to the incinerator in the trash room. It is apparently part of a shirt cuff. and it has a noticeable blood stain on it. And finally, shattered crystal ball. Shards of glass were found next to the incinerator in the trash room. As it turns out, the glass ball would have fit comfortably in the palm of a person's hand. Apparently, Yasuhiro left the ball in the laundry room on accident, so anyone could have come along and taken it. That's it. I'm gonna check the report card. Do I have anything on people? Yes, Sayaka Maizono dead. Sakura, I got another page. Oops. Info, I am well trained in mixed martial art. My goal is to claim the title of strongest human on earth, but I am all too aware of those who stand in my way. Skill, max XP +1. Okay. Shiro Fujisaki. I know we need to work together to get out of here, but I feel like I'm weighting everyone down. I feel depressed, but when I talk to Makoto, I feel a little better. Max SP +1. Okay. Yep, I'm ready. So it's time to finish preparation and let's get to the class trial. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course!
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier. Friendship penetrates?
Shut up before me.
Okay, but what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Huh. The circle is uneven with 15? I don't know, man. Maybe it's like it has to be even.
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
It's about time to begin the debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Tutorial. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Not at all or absolutely. For the sake, again, of the stream, I'll say absolutely. As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During this discussion, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradiction buried within these statements. What this means is that you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. And we're gonna shoot the truth and pierce those lies! Use the left stick to aim, then fire with the triangle button. Pay close attention to each other's statement and use your truth bullet to blast the right one. For the sake of the people who are non-seeing, I'm gonna read out loud with them which words are highlighted in color to see like, okay, which word should I blast? Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the option button during these arguments, you can review the control. Well then, good luck and have fun. Make your argument. My bullet is evidence of a struggle. It's easy, so...
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono!
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Okay, there's only one.
No, that's wrong.
There was only one choice. There was no conundrum.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom? She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. Wait, how come we have way more voice acting now than before? Kitchen knife set.
So
Okay.
what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object
I got
thrust
10
into her
minutes to figure
stomach.
this out.
Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife
Some
they had
random
on him.
knife.
How could anyone do something like that? That son of a bitch!
Okay. Okay, now the time has stopped. Hello, Jake. Okay, you missed the beginning. The trial began. We did the investigation. We found that she was killed with one of the kitchen knives. We ran through. Can I do that? Yes. All the evidence we found are lodged in the 2 bullets. I'll show you. I'll show you what we got. We got the Monokuma file. Every time someone's dead, there's an autopsy because the students, even though like they're talented, none of them are police or cops or coroners. And since Monokuma has surveillance camera, he knows who did it and how. So, to be fair, he's gonna give us like the victim was Sayaka Mizono, time of death 1:30 a.m. Body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory, Makoto's bathroom to be precise. Cause of death, stab wound to the abdomen, and there's a fractured right wrist. This is what the autopsy said. When we get into the room, there was evidence of a struggle. There was scratch and gouges on the bed and walls of the room. We found the replica sword, a lot of the gold dust that was on the sword. A lot was removed from the handle, and some were removed from the blade. The sheet was on the floor, and there were some scratches on it. So we're trying to figure out why there are scratches on the sheet, because the sheet itself is pretty heavy, and if you want to attack someone, you have to remove the sheet, right? So we got the switching room, because the fact that Makoto and Sayaka traded rooms and room keys. We found Makoto's keys in Makoto's room. but Sayaka was nowhere near the key. Like, it was on the floor next to the sword. So, Makoto... Ouais, c'est ça. Yeah. The toolkit. We found the toolkit that was in Makoto's drawer. It was left untouched. And all the other male students claim they haven't used theirs either, but still. You're gonna see that it doesn't make sense. It doesn't corroborate with the other... We found Makoto's... we noticed that not a single hair was found on the room at the scene of the crime, and we found that the lint roller showed evidence of being used. Like someone cleaned the room, the floor clean, so there's nothing on the floor. Sayaka's wrist. Okay, there's a bruise of her from getting hurt, but we found that her wrist was also glittery at the injury's location. And her hands appear to be completely clean, except from the index finger on her left hand, which has, for some reason, blood on it. And then we have a dying message. You can connect the dots to see like why she has blood on her left index finger. We have a series of numbers that's been written in blood on Makoto's bathroom wall. 11037. It is assumed that Sayaka wrote this number while leaned up against the wall as she lay dying. So there's some sort of smear next to the two first number. Like it can be read either as 11037 or N037. We don't know what it means, but they're written in capital, not capital. I mean square, like it looks like numbers from a calculator, like the 0 is square, the 3 is square, the 7 is square. We have the bathroom door frame, like the fact that the only two people who knew the trick to opening the door was Makoto and Sayaka. We found the bathroom doorknob has been broken. The screw holding it in place has been partially or completely removed. We also notice as we get out of the crime scene, we notice that the dorm nameplates, get this, they were replaced, they were switched at some point. So somebody switched the nameplates after they got swapped, which makes the room switching pointless. You know? We have the kitchen knife set, like one of the kitchen knives is missing. It's like the second largest knife was missing. And it's basically the knife that we saw lodged inside Sayaka's abdomen. It's most likely that. We have Aoi's account. She was in the dining hall. She was in the dining hall when the knife from the kitchen went missing. She was taking some tea, and when she was done with her tea and about to go to the sink to wash her dishes, that's when then she noticed that the knife was gone. And she swears that Makoto did not come to the dining hall at any point like she was there. Like, yeah, close to nighttime. But yeah, Aoi she never said, the question was never asked, Aoi, did you saw anyone? She didn't answer yes or no. The question was, did you see me going to the dining hall to take the knife? And she would have said no. And that's all that she needs to say to clear Makoto from... And then we have trash duty. Like every week, one of the students is responsible for trash duty, and Ifumi wanted to be volunteered, to which all the other students said, okay, you wanted to be on trash duty to collect the girls' trash, so you can sniff in them and get the you know, like some scumbag. And he said, no, it's not true. I prefer 2D over 3D. It's like he was pretty adamant about this. So yeah, there's the room, it's the trash room, and he gets the key that opens the gate. The reason why the trash room is locked behind the gate is because if anyone would have easy access to the trash room and the incinerator, it would be easy for the murderer to kill someone and destroy all the evidence. It will be like too easy, and we need like, it has to be like the murder must, the way the rules are set, the murder must be investigable. Like you have to need some stuff. Like the perfect crime would be something like in like all the evidence are there, but you cannot figure out who the killer is. Who it's misleading to someone who's not the killer, and like making a convincing point that that person is. Right now, everybody blames Makoto from being the killer just because the murder was in his room, and yeah. So yeah, trash duty is blocked off by a sturdy gate that can only be opened with the trash room key. The incinerator was opened. The incinerator was activated via a switch on the machine. Ifumi was on cleaning duty, and he claims that the last time he saw the incinerator, it was off. But when we checked it with Makoto, it was on. And the distance between the gate and the incinerator is 30 feet. So someone was able to push the button of the incinerator. It was like a big, large green button. Someone was able to open the switch, to flip the switch from a distance of 30 feet. And we have a burned shirt piece. It's a burned clothing. It's apparently some part of a shirt cuff, and it has a noticeable blood stain on it. But the problem is the shirt cuff is white, and almost everyone has a white, long sleeve, button-up shirt because it's part of the school uniform. So it could have been anyone. And then we have, yeah, but we see that whoever the killer tried to destroy the evidence. Like he managed to burn all the evidence, but some of it didn't got thrown. It was enough. Like, okay, it's like a bloody cup. And then finally we have a shattered crystal ball. This ball belonged to Yasuhiro, but he said he left the ball in the laundry room by accident, so anyone could have come along and taken it. And the shards of glass were found next to the incinerator in the trash room. And the glass ball it fit comfortably in the palm of a person's hand. And yeah, right now in trial, and all these evidence have the form of truth bullets. And when we have an argument, only those who are pertinent to the discussions are lodged in the cylinder. And when we find the argument that's going to be contradictory, we're going to shoot the truth bullet in the statement to break it and counter and refute. And that's how you progress. So this is why it's impossible for someone who's visually impaired to play the game, because you have to toggle the cursor with the directional button, the left thumb stick, and then press triangle at the right spot. And the words are moving, and you have time. Because right now you have 10 minutes for each question, and your time is money, and you have some tries, you have hearts, you have stars, and we're still in the tutorial of showing. Right now we have one bullet and we have one statement that it's like basically at the beginning it's like it's easy target practice. So Because the object was thrust into Sayaka's stomach, it was almost certainly the knife that disappeared from a certain location.
So what was used
So
to
the
kill
bullet
her?
is the kitchen knife set.
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
No, not some random
No,
knife.
that's wrong.
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we've presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
She's right. There's gotta be a breakthrough somewhere just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. Tutorial. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debate. Would you like to know more? Absolutely. You can concentrate by holding the R1 button. That way it's gonna slow time. I'm gonna have more time to hit the mark. While you're concentrating time will slow down so you can pay closer attention on what everyone's saying. On top of that, it will steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Concentrating like this consumes the focus gauge, and if this gauge empties, you can concentrate. Yeah. So we have an influence gauge and a focus gauge. The influence gauge is like your health. If you run out of influence, everyone doubts you and everybody will think you're the murderer. Even if the evidence are saying otherwise. Because if you get wrong too many times, people think you're lying and that makes you suspicious, like everyone doubts you. So it says, no, you're the killer because you keep lying, you know? And the focus gauge, like as it said, like it helps you focus and concentrate. And the skills that we won, you know, from like a melodious voice, it gives me a boost in some part of the... I haven't checked really what it does actually, but like those skills help with the trial. Like sometimes it's gonna be a boost with the influence, sometimes with the gauge, sometimes with the focus. Like it will help help me in the game in one way or another. So okay, the focus gauge will recover over time. So let your brain take a rest. No need to rush. Good luck and have fun. This is one of my favorite scenes. Always account.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret.
When nobody was in the dining hall. That's not true.
No, that's wrong. Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Well, I went to get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone.
So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall?
Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall. But I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together, and lying to protect each other?
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
That's a good question.
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So there's actually no point in anyone to help the killer do anything. You can have an accomplice, but he's not gonna graduate. He's gonna gain nothing from it.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the rule?
Good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case!
Thank you for the spoilers. Well, not really spoilers, but okay, wow. Monokuma was kind of pissed, like he's fidgety, like,
Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Yes, you did.
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife, so I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife? Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall. No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
That's right! Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
Really? Okay.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
Oh.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over.
Aww.
Which means we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
No.
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms. But it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room, so I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
You just call Sakura a boy.
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
Eh? Are you assuming my gender? Told you he wasn't trans.
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true! One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Yeah.
Well, because... they're not here anymore.
Oh, they did. Someone who's not here? Are you talking about...
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
So... she took the knife. Huh. Well... Sayaka? Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was... Ina, Sayaka, Monokuma. It has to be Sayaka.
A gun! Then...
Okay, we have a choice.
Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
This choice of answer was easy. but the game prepares us. Okay, there's gonna be times like that you're gonna be thinking, and you don't have much time to get an answer.
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual.
Yep. She took the knife to defend herself in case she was attacked, and then it was used against her. And another thing, like, the door was open. Like, this door cannot be locked or forced through or being breaking. She killed herself. Yeah, she could have killed herself, and she would make a mess of all of everything. But then, what about the numbers? The numbers that must mean something. Like, it's like a dying message. Like, I don't know. It's like, it's weird. Yeah, she could have killed herself. Well, yeah, because what I was saying is, like, how did the killer get into Makoto's room? Because Sayaka had the key, and these doors cannot be picked or broken. So, the killer must have been invited in. Huh?
When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself!
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
Oh. But then again, she had the sword. Why would she feel the need to have a knife too? I mean...
What?
See? He did do it after all!
No! You're wrong!
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
Darn! If I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die!
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say?
So far, I think Kyoko Kirigiri is the only one who believes us, the mystery girl.
Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there.
Huh.
You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
No. Oh, this is your first Hangman's Gambit minigame. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. Another game that is not accessible. As things advance further in the class trial, the Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You'll have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around and the letters already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. So it's like playing Hangman, but with flying letters. And use the left stick to aim and press the triangle to shoot the desired letters. If you shoot down the wrong letter, you'll suffer damage to your influence gauge. If this gauge reaches 0, or if you run out of time, you fail. Well then, good luck and have fun. Something that should have been at the scene but wasn't. That must be the crucial point. We can just figure out what that something is. Inside my head, the Hangman's Gambit. 4-letter words. Okay. Oh! Okay, I got it. Hair.
Now I understand. That's right! There wasn't a single hair on the floor!
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes, and if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room?
Yeah, that would be only natural.
It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true, very true!
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then, Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
The killer's struggle getting to the bathroom, and the evidence that prove it is the object the killer broke. That would be the bathroom doorknob.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice it at first, but is that the key point here? Tutorial. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debate. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. From here on out, the number of weak spots will start going up. There will be more choice of answers. But no matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in that debate. What I'm trying to say is, not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. Use a truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they said, but you'll also lower your trust and with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. Now this is important because if your influence gauge reaches 0, you fail. You have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or contradictions. Well done, good luck and have fun. So this is where I'm gonna look for bathroom door frame. Okay.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust
down the door.
Because Sayaka had locked it.
Locked it.
And finally, the culprit had Sayaka cornered.
But to finish the job, they stabbed her with the kitchen knife.
It was you, wasn't it, Makoto? Admit it! We already know the answer.
It's not because the door was locked. No, there's a different reason entirely.
The incident took
No, I can
place in
accelerate.
Makoto's room.
No, not with this, wait.
Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
Yeah.
She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
This door cannot be locked.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door, that's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The door plates were switched. The killer really thought that he was inside of a girl's room. But since the room looked all alike, decoration-wise, yeah, the plates were switched. So it was assumed that the killer assumed that he was inside of a girl's room. It was just a coincidence that the bathroom door couldn't open.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
The killer was convinced the bathroom door was locked, so he didn't know that the door actually couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail about the scene, the crimes that they didn't know was the crime took place. The crime that the important detail about the scene, the crime they didn't know. Okay.
I got it!
Yeah, the crime was.
The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable!
Yeah. Reference to that movie. I got the Princess Bride reference.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms. Which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through!
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door open.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up! Quit without saving!
Yeah, Ifumi is gonna say a lot of stuff referring to video games. When he first discovered the dead body, he was like, sorry, system error. I'm still in the middle of restarting. Like, it was in the middle of rebooting. Like, it was funny. Oh, you want to join my party? But too bad. Have you completed any quests? Sorry. Senpai.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well then, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules!
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you
don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
That was my question. Thank you.
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
Yeah.
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way.
Meaning?
They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place. Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Because she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. That's the answer right there. There's no way Sayaka let someone in because... What would it be? I got 5 minutes to figure it out. Okay. Sayaka's wrist, dying message, bathroom door frame, dorm nameplates. The answer would be because switching room?
I got it!
Oh, that was it. Okay.
Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
The same goes for you, Sanaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone.
Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
There's something I want to talk to you about, just us two, in 5 minutes. Come see me in my room. Where did she get that? Oh! Sorry. She used my notepad. The notepad on my desk. This is how she figured it out. She took the notepad on my desk, wrote this memo, took it out, and then gave it to someone. This is signed Sayaka, okay? The reason why Kyoko has it is because she found the notepad inside Makoto's room. When you write something down with the pen, it makes pressure through many sheets of many layers of paper, and she used the pencil to scrub the piece of paper black to see the impression on the paper. So now we see invisible message. Yeah. We see like an invisible message that can be seen only when we smear it with the side of the pencil. So now we see a letter like in white in a black background. Come see me in my room. Check the nameplate to make sure you don't get the wrong room. Okay, signed Sayaka. So she invited the killer inside her room. Probably. Okay. My theory is that this murder went wrong. Sayaka wanted to kill someone that night, but she got done in instead. Check the nameplate to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows.
Yeah.
When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes.
She knows detective stuff, this Kyoko. I'm pretty sure she's an undercover cop or something.
Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But...
Of course you didn't. Because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Then that note, Sayaka wrote it?
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
Wait. Now I have a scary thought. Because we still don't know who swapped the names. What if... No. No. Well... Yeah. But... Let's say... No. Anyway, I'm lost in my thoughts. If it comes back to me, if I have the stuff to back me up, I'm gonna tell him, but I'm gonna let the game plays along. She must have slid under their door to let them know she wanted to meet them in secret.
You got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation. What young man could resist?
Yeah. Yes. She swapped the nameplates and then she would switch them back and blame Makoto.
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then. Pay attention.
Okay. What she has up her sleeve. Dorm nameplate. Okay, this is where the nameplate is gonna...
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Yes.
But in the
Which
note,
room?
the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
My room times
I
Sayaka.
see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly would seem that way.
Yeah, you get it. The killer went to my room instead of Sayaka's, and the reason for that is it has to be because of what got switched between my and Sayaka's room. There's a hint
Sayaka and
if you're
Makoto
not sure.
switch rooms, correct? But in a note, it
Oh, I found the
specifically
fast forward
states-
button. I found it.
So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was.
No, that's wrong. The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right?
Okay, then who did it?
There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. The only other person who knew we had switched room. The killer, me, Sayaka. It has to be Sayaka.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
There's something I want to talk to you about, just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Yeah, she would do the murder in Makoto's room, and then at the end of the night, switch them, and then she's gonna be the pin. She's gonna pin them on Makoto.
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
And Makoto wouldn't be able to defend himself. And she would be all, no, no.
After all, you would do anything for me, right? You promised!
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The paint. The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with the fake sword is because when you look at her wrist, there's no doubt.
I got it!
Yep.
All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
Sounds like she was holding the knife, and that's why it was broken. Yeah. She got disarmed. Like, she was holding the knife, she got disarmed with the sword, that's how she broke her wrist. What happened in my room? And what led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debate. Would you like to hear more? Of course, this is Starship Troopers here. Would you like to know more? Would you like to know more? Are you getting used to these non-stop debates? Starting with the next debate, I'll start loading multiple throat bullets into your throat cylinder. But just like with the weak spot, only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right throat bullets with the right weak spot and refute each statement. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll take damage to your influence gauge. You can press the L1 to rotate the cylinder and then choose which bullet to fire. Press and release the L1 button to cycle through each bullet. Or you can hold down the L1 button, then use the left stick to select a specific bullet. By the way, if the logic difficulty is set to kind, fewer bullets will be loaded into the cylinder. For our purposes this time, the logic difficulty will be set to mean. Well then, good luck and have fun. Replica sword sheet, kitchen knife set, replica sword.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt.
Yep.
A sword-based sneak attack.
A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Maizono's wrist.
So, she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife
she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. If the person with the sword really did attack first, there's no explanation for how a certain part of the sword got damaged. Yeah.
When the fighting broke out,
the replica sword
sheet. The culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
No. The sword was used for defense.
It's wrong.
Because the sheet has some marks.
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Huh? Why not?
Because the sword sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead! Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you are going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
And that would be Sayaka.
I think I get it! So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too.
Yeah.
Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword,
we said it at the same time.
Took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
Because the inside of her palm was clean. If she held the sword, there would be gold coating all of her inside of her hand.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
Part of her body that shows she never used a sword. If you want to use a word, which part of your body is it? Her palms.
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
No.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
What? This got nothing to do with that.
No, that's not it at all.
Poor girl. There's no way Sayaka washed the gold coating off her hand because there's a certain regulation that the water was off.
I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
What? It's been 4 days and she never even showered? And now she's gonna say, oh, you think I smell too?
Oh, my.
You're no different. You smell like a big, fat, ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
Shut up, Ifumi.
An insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
The one who damaged the sheet would have to have the one without the sword.
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
What?
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms. ...
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true! Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Yeah, Makoto is pretty disappointed. He fell for it. Hook, line, sinker.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. No. Dying message.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Nah, there was this dying message.
Very well. Then let's review all the clues we found up to this point one more time.
We found up to this
Do
point.
we really have time for all that?
Die! If we don't do something, we're all gonna die!
There's still one clue left, I'm sure of it. Sayaka left it on the wall she was leaning up against.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
No, that's wrong! There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask... Can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
There's no question that Sayaka wrote that message, and I prove it with fatal wound, right wrist or left index finger. Left index finger.
Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Yep.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
We asked that same question to her before, and she said, nope.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Aha! She was writing the D's code when she was leaning against the wall with her left finger. So she would have to write backwards. So 11037, 7 becomes an L, 3 becomes an E, 0 is an O, and 1 there was a smear. I thought it was an N, it was an N. She spelled Leon. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers.
And you know what? Only Leon could have pulled it off. See? Because there was a broken crystal shard next to the incinerator. And the crystal ball was used to push the incinerator button since he didn't have the key to open the gate. And only a baseball player can hit a target at 30 feet of him with such precision. So it's gotta be Leon. Those murders are committed by people using their own skills. Like, this is why, like, all those murders, you think they're impossible, but you have to think of it like these people who are going to commit the murders are going to use their talent to make it look like, okay, it's going to be impossible because I can do that.
Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1-1, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa, you might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N, N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Damn it, it's no use, I just don't know. I'm reading stuff, it's not that.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Huh? Rotate it? I think maybe I see something.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did
it. Breaking the fourth wall.
So, whose name did she write?
Sayaka's die message relieve the real killer's name. If you turn a message 180 degrees, it should become crystal clear. Select someone. Okay, now I must point my fingers. Okay. Yoko, Mondo, Aoi, Bakuga, Celeste, Leon.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N, or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
Oh my god, he looks so pissed.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
Yeah, he does have a button, long sleeve button-up shirt.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
The evidence that Leon tried to get rid of. It's that thing I found on the ground in front of the incinerator, right?
I got it! You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right! There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
The burnt remains of the button-up shirt, which the killer wasn't able to get rid of. There's something about it we need to pay attention to in order to figure out who's responsible. When it was disposed of, how it was disposed of, where it was disposed of. The answer is how.
I got it! If we look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You'd need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
Yeah, you just realized, wait a minute, that's me! No, that's wrong. There was another way to use the incinerator without being the one on cleaning duty. And that's exactly what proves that Leon is the real killer. Shattered crystal ball.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had
Whoever's
it, right?
was on cleaning duty.
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
No.
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to
destroy the evidence.
No, that's wrong. Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
The killer has to use the glass ball in such a way, which was divine with it, roll it, throw it.
I got it! The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw a gap in the gate?
Yup.
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Huh? Someone turned the incinerator on! Very strange, I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy.
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they'd gotten the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
That's right! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
It wouldn't have been much of a challenge at all for the killer because he was the ultimate clairvoyant, the ultimate fanfic creator, or the ultimate baseball star!
I got it! Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious.
Oh my god, you're so desperate.
I'm not the killer! These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it? Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear.
This is my favorite part of the game. This is why I like Danganronpa more than any other
And with
game
that,
of the sword.
we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this? Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered, and the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
The closing argument is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely! Every case has one last element to bring the class trial to an end. This is the closing argument. In this phase, you'll give a complete summary of the case. You'll have to reproduce the flow of events for the case in form of a comic books. So there's gonna be a comic books with some cases which depicts what happened, and we have to connect the proper case like in the reproduce the flow of events. And when you're right, at the end it plays a movie with the theme song. Yes, it's fun. It's really fun. But it's impossible to make if you can't see it. Like it's one of those non-accessible puzzles. It's sad, but it's like really fun. However, you'll notice that in the comics there are a number of pieces missing. It's up to you to complete the comics using the provided truth panels. Also, if you take aim at a missing section and press the X button, holy cow, you'll get a hint that might lead to a breakthrough. Well then, good luck and have fun. Closing argument. Okay, so the guy gets in, says you want to, okay. No, I see the ball, I see the knife. I have 20 minutes to figure it out. Okay, so the killer has his back against the sword. This would happen between when Sayaka attacks her with a knife and before he blocks with the sword. Let's see here. And then she gets her. Okay, she flees into the bathroom. Okay, these are more for at the end, like after the killing. Like he's gonna use the lint roller here during Act 3. When he cleans up the room, then he goes to the trash room. He's gonna use the crystal ball to throw at the switch, which is gonna open the incinerator, and he's gonna ball his shirt, throw it into the fire like this here, and then he's gonna leave. But one of the sleeves was outside the incinerator, and he thought he got away with it. Oh, I can use R1. Okay, I got access to more evidence. So, okay. The burn sleeve is gonna be at the end. So let's start from the beginning, where the killer was invited. It starts with the killer being invited. He gets into Sayaka's room, and then he gets in. She's waiting to ambush him. He says, "Hey, what's going on?" And then she attacks her. And okay, I made a mistake. This goes here because there's two. Like, she made the first assault. He's back. The killer has his back against the sword. She dropped the knife here, and then okay, we'll see how it goes. I think I got them all. Oh wait, I got some here. I got more. Oh wait. This action makes more sense, like the action of the killer blocking the knife. Wait a minute. I got two left. Okay. This panel is redundant. So, like some of the panels are tricks. Like, okay, so she attacks first, back against the sword. she attacks second, grabs the sword, parry parry the move. Now he hits back. She hits her on the wrist. Knife's dropping. Now he has the sword and she's defenseless. She escaped in the bathroom. He wants to get in, but it's locked. She's against the door, and then this guy who used the screwdriver to take off the doorknob, and then he gets in, and then he stabbed her, and then she puts the dying message, and this is how she died, and then the message is complete, cleaning the room, blah 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 blah. Reenact. Okay, I'm ready. I'm gonna press triangle. 9th page out of 10. Wait. Did I miss anything? 5. Okay, no, this is like where the number I was. 1, 2, 3, 2. Complete. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay.
The killer is you! I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning.
Now you
Last
see
night,
the
killer went to the room Sayaka was in.
Like getting animated.
In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier.
I got it correct.
But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist. And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife.
Act 2.
Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom.
Bang, bang.
The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing.
So he used
So
the
instead,
screwdriver from
the
his
killer
toolkit.
forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka.
And this is something else. Only a boy could have done it because only a boy has a toolkit. So the only proof to see that, okay, even if it says, oh, it's all circumstantial, it doesn't make sense. Like the evidence that would done him in is like, show us your toolbox. If you never used it, the plastic wrapper would be still on. Like Makoto didn't use it, it was intact. Everybody else, every boy claimed that, okay, we haven't opened it. I never opened my toolbox. So yeah, Leon is fucked.
But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood.
Plus the gold on his hands, the golden coat on his hand, he has to wipe it off something. So if his clothes are covered in blood, might as well wipe his hand with it.
Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there.
Act 4.
Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt.
Well, yeah, I mean, she was trying to play the game, and Leon's argument was it was just self-defense, right? But Monokuma says that the way it was killed it's not important after all, and the motive doesn't really matter at the end. Oh, I did it for self-defense. You killed, you're dead, you're impossible. You die. Even if you wanted to kill someone and you end up killing someone else, oops, I have no motive to kill him because I wanted to kill this guy, but I failed. No, you killed, you die.
They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there. But the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw. But the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life. Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence. Isn't that right, Leon?
Complete.
It would appear that Hiro simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories! You need evidence! Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit! It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it!
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence?
Yep. I have the evidence? Your first bullet time battle is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. Okay, this is a rhythm game. Sometimes during a class trial, your opponent simply won't want to hear what you have to say. When this happens, you will engage them in a head-to-head battle. We like to refer to it as the bullet time battle. This is where my melodious skill come into play. The melodious thing gives me a boost on that. I don't know if it's 3 additional seconds or anyway. Like to refer to as the bullet time, aka the BTW. Bullet time battle, aka BTW. During the BTB, you want to destroy your opponent's statement in time within the rhythm. Match your button presses with each tempo marker as they move across the screen and reach the center. Yeah, they showing us how to do it. Like he has a life bar, we have a life bar. That guy, 2, 4, 6, 8. He has 10 hearts, we have only 5. Where's your proof, you idiot, you stupid? Yeah. Press the X button to lock on to an opponent's statement. Deploy the statement you've locked on with the triangle button as the tempo marker reaches the center. Use this method to deal damage to your opponent. If you can't pull it off, you'll be the one in pain. Do this consecutively and you'll start a combo. Keep this going and you'll initiate a tempo up. So the bigger the combo, the faster it will go. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you'll get into a tempo down situation. When the tempo changes, so does the timing for hitting each button. So watch out for that. Deal enough damage to your opponents and their weak spot statement will appear. The final strike. Yeah. At that point, you can press the triangle button to shoot it down with a true bullet like any other statement. It's gonna be the toolkit. Refute their statement fast enough and you'll come out victorious. But just like before, if your influence gauge reaches 0 or you run out of time, you fail. That would be pretty stupid or illogical. Like, to even if I fail this mini game, that I fail at the end, like everyone doubted me. Okay, everybody changes their mind. I'm pretty sure we have enough stuff on Leon, even if we object to our argument that every evidence points against him, and the only thing you have against me is that I look dubious, I look shady, that everybody doubts me, that I get it wrong like too many times. Like, doesn't make sense. Well then, good luck and have fun. Alright.
When the killer removed the screws from the doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it. Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
They used something of their own to remove the screws. Could it have been